The world of television has lost one of its most beloved, versatile, and quietly powerful performers. Anthony Head, the British actor best known for his unforgettable role as Rupert Giles, the watchful, bookish, and deeply devoted watcher on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, has passed away at the age of 72. His death came as a shock to fans around the world, many of whom grew up watching him guide Buffy Summers through her darkest nights, teach her the rules of the supernatural, and stand beside her as a father figure when her own family could not. There was no long goodbye, no final interview, and no dramatic farewell tour. Just the quiet, devastating realization that the man who became the moral compass of one of the most iconic television series of all time is no longer with us. Anthony Head was born on February 20th, 1954, in Camden Town, London, and from the very beginning, he was drawn to the world of performance. He didn't start out as a television star. He didn't become an overnight sensation. He started as a classically trained actor, studying at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, and building a career in theater, stage, and television long before he ever stepped onto the set of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He was the kind of actor who could play a king, a villain, a teacher, or a father with the same kind of authenticity and depth. He didn't need to shout to be heard. He didn't need to make grand gestures to be remembered. He just needed to be present, to be real, and to be honest in the way that only a true character actor can be. His breakthrough to international fame came in 1997, when he was cast as Rupert Giles on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, a show that would go on to become one of the most influential and beloved series in television history. Giles was not just a watcher. He was a mentor, a protector, a father figure, and the emotional anchor of the entire show. He was the man who taught Buffy how to fight vampires, how to wield a sword, how to read ancient texts, and how to carry the weight of being the chosen one without losing herself in the process. He was the man who stood beside her when she was afraid, when she was alone, and when she had no one else to turn to. He was the man who made Buffy feel like she was not alone, and that was why millions of fans fell in love with him. What made Anthony Head so special was not just his performance as Giles, but the way he approached every role with the same kind of respect and dedication. He was not the kind of actor who would take a role just because it was there. He was the kind of actor who would take a role because it challenged him, because it made him think, and because it gave him the opportunity to explore something new. He was the kind of actor who would stay on set even after his scenes were finished, who would talk to other actors, who would ask questions, and who would learn from everyone around him. That kind of humility, that kind of curiosity is rare in Hollywood, and it is the kind of humility that earns respect, not just from colleagues, but from the people who watch his work. Beyond Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Anthony Head had a long and distinguished career in British television, film, and theater. He appeared in Merlin, where he played Uther Pendragon, the king and father of the titular character. He appeared in Little Britain, Shaun of the Dead, The Peak, and countless other shows that defined the landscape of British entertainment. He was the kind of actor who could play a king, a villain, a teacher, or a father with the same kind of authenticity and depth. He didn't need to be the lead to make an impact. He just needed to be present, to be real, and to be honest in the way that only a true character actor can be. The exact cause of Anthony Head's death has not been publicly disclosed, and for now, that detail remains respectfully private, shielded by his family and the people closest to him. What is clear, however, is the impact of his passing. The entertainment industry has been flooded with tributes from fellow actors, from directors, from producers, and from people who worked alongside him on set. Some have spoken about his professionalism, his kindness, and the way he made everyone feel like they were part of something important. Others have spoken about his talent, his versatility, and the way he could make even the smallest role feel like the most important role in the scene. Still others have simply written that he was a man who did his job with the kind of dedication that is rarely seen in Hollywood. Those stories are not just about acting. They're about the way Anthony Head made people feel, the way he made them believe in the story, and the way he made them feel less alone. For fans of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Anthony Head's legacy will live on in the scenes that still bring people to tears, in the shows that still make people laugh, and in the quiet moments when they watch his work and feel like they're being watched by someone who truly understood the craft. He was not just Giles. He was a companion, a friend, and a source of comfort for millions of people around the world. He made every role feel real, made every scene feel important, and made the idea of acting feel possible. That's the kind of legacy that can't be taken away by death, no matter how painful it may be. His work will continue to echo through the decades, through the films, through the shows, and through the hearts of everyone who ever watched him perform. Anthony Head was married to Sharon Murdoch, and together they had 3 children, Emily, Daisy, and Pete. He was a husband, a father, and a man who found joy in the quiet moments, in the conversations that mattered, and in the connections that lasted. His family has released a statement honoring his life, his work, and the kind of man he was. They spoke of his love for his family, his dedication to his craft, and the way he made them feel like they were the most important people in the world. Those words are not just about grief. They're about love, about memory, and about the kind of bond that can never be broken, even by death. If you've ever been moved by Anthony Head's work, if you've ever recognized him from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or if you've ever been touched by the way he brought so many characters to life, take a moment to honor his memory. Please like this video, and if you enjoy stories about the lives, legacies, and losses of the people who shape our screens, consider subscribing to this channel. Together, we can keep remembering the actors who gave everything to the art we love, one role at a time.